Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Wham! Before we get into it, you all know I need to pay bills. In fact, today is a very special day on that category that I want to talk about. So before I get into it too much, I have to put a huge shout out to IndieCD.org, the Independent Creator Directory, not only because they are an amazing resource, not only because it's the best place to make sure you have a safe fallback for the incredible online presence service that is given to you by Joe Bachman, who has a sale coming up. I'm not supposed to tell you, but the first few days of July, it'll be half off. I didn't tell you that. Anyway, so for a very low one-time fee, you can have a place where, as a creator, you can be hosted. But more importantly, guys, as a patron, a true patron, looking to engage the services of some of the best and brightest authors, artists, editors, musicians, you can go to IndieCD.org and look these people up. So please support them. Why is today extra special related to them? Well, because today is June 26th, which marks the first year of us doing business where I've been advertising formally for Joe Bachman and the good folks at IndieCD.org. Today, like right now, I am waiting for the bill to process for next year's, which he has already paid, to ensure that I can keep broadcasting on multiple formats. So I want you to reach out to IndieCD.org and find out what it's like. I want you to reach out to bit.ly/JBTechApps because Joe Bachman is making amazing apps. He's done several related to Big Stumpy Robots. He's done some phenomenal apps for concrete workers and construction apps. I hope he keeps doing those as well because they're great resources. So you're going to want to go there. Now, in a bit of other discussion involving Joe Bachman, the apps he's making, the apps he does, the other stuff. He and I are doing the Big Stumpy Robots video games. Yes, that's plural because as his tech savvy in game building and my my sprites, and I'm doing some helping with level design, and the program it like it could look good like this stuff. He's making it pretty. He's making it. I'm helping make it pretty. It's going to be awesome. I will also actually show you guys later, probably not today, but I do want to do a video featuring the program I'm using that allows me to do 2 and 3D sprites very easily. And the cat has found a small object and is literally rattling it Attica style against my door, trying to get it. No, Stuart. Stuart! No. I know. They both love and hate that screen door because they know I'm in here and they can see and hear me, but they can't get at this lovely stuff that I don't want them to knock down. Okay, so we have all that covered. Sorry about that delay, Joe. Joe is one of the best people I've ever had the privilege to meet, and Joe and Trey, the Trelaukmans. The Trelaukmans. Wow. The Trelaukmans. Oh, that tastes exactly as pleasant as I thought it would. Our family. I mean, they're not even friends anymore. They're just, if they didn't make so much dang money, I would adopt them by force. Love those folks. But so thank you for that. I do have to remind folks that we are made possible by sales of the Simple Sword. My stuff is all out of order. Here we go. The Fighting Axe and the Simple Spear. All of these are my ongoing series of books for folks who want to learn defense. Now, you'll notice my camera angles are weird. That's because I have stuff piled up just off camera. Up my my study finally, because this weekend I'll be having visitors, actually the Bachmans at some point, and I have to get this nicer than it is because oh my gosh. So it's a little frantic, it's a little panicked over here, but we're getting it done. If you want to support me, please buy my books or the Big Stumpy Robots Core Rulebook and Games. They're two wonderful sci-fi novellas that even if you're not a gamer, you should read. I don't know why horror always slips into my sci-fi, but it does. And if you like gaming, I got to remind you guys that Hybrids of Sons of Gods is available for a limited time. Luke is going to be changing deals around it, and it may be a while before we can actually do what we've done right now. So go over to Fund My Comic. Where is that? We gotta keep promoting this. And look up the Hybrids double feature and get 20% off with secret code Beta 2023. I don't know how long that code's can still be good for. Luke is ready to do things and maybe move on from this project and do other things. So if you want in on the Base Plus 2 system, which is a phenomenal system, and all of Luke's wonderful lore in the Hybrids universe, now is really getting to be the time. So, I've paid my bills. Now I get to chat. Oh my God, did I have such a geekgasm? Actually, nerdgasm. One must clarify. I had nerdgasms. I went with my lovely wife, or let's be honest, my wife took me along because she's awesome, and my son, to the American Library Association conference in Chicago, Illinois, at the McCormick Place Convention Center thing. What an adventure. Oh, it was delightful. Now, it used to be once only every 5 years, but they're looking at moving it up to once every 3. And I got to see hundreds of authors and artists and other presenters. And guys, I am flying high on just pure nerd glory. It was astounding. I got to meet a whole bunch of really incredible people, including the folks who did the Star Wars digest comics, the little ones that you get in like supermarkets and stuff. Say they were called the Philbach brothers. I've reached out. I will be reaching out to them and a whole bunch of other really amazing creatives who I got to meet. And you may get some ads. If this works, you'll be getting new commercials on this channel for folks you may not have heard of or you have heard of doing things you didn't know about. I mean, those guys did the first comic rendition of Ahsoka Tano. So if you're a geek, that's big. I met a wonderful, wonderful gentleman. Now, I have to show this backwards, so I can't highlight his art. But this is a wooden action figure of an author. And it was done by Schweitzer Craft. I believe his name is Al Schweitzer. I want to show you it, and I will show you a picture of it after I get to give this, because this is actually a gift for my little brother, Ricky. And I have to get this to him. So he'll probably be able to, if he's watching, he'll know who it is. But if he's not, I don't want to, whatever's going on, I don't want to spoil the surprise. But he did a whole line of Appalachian monster cards. And it was just great fun. But he has, who else? I saw C.S. Lewis, Tolkien, Asimov, a whole line of hand-painted and designed wooden author action figures, as well as the Three Musketeers and Alexander Dumas and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So I got to talk to him. And I got to talk to a lovely couple who were next to him. And I can't find their business card because I'm terrible with names. But because I have probably 200 business cards, I'm still going through sorting. I remember who this was, who this wasn't, and I'm going to have to reach out and pre-vet everybody before I fully talk about them on this program, because that's what I do. But I got to talk to someone who's a good friend of Steve Shell. Steve Shell makes Old Gods of Appalachia, my favorite podcast. Oh, it was so cool. And I got to talk about with her friend who did amazing comics. So I'm going to be trying to promote some really cool people. I have a collection of authors. And I'm going to, as I dig and sort my stuff out, I want to highlight this really cool little book I bought. And there were freebies, free things at this convention. I have a stack of books, mostly children's this time. But I got this. And this is by Eric Bartholomew. It's called Haunted Drunk Drawer, 13 Tales of Objects and Strange Occurrences. I don't know who this is published by. I mean, I'm trying to see. But it talks essentially about cursed items. And I am honestly not sure if this is just stories or if this is, yes, this is encounters with cursed objects and haunted objects. Now, those of you who know where I'm retired from know that this is in my bailiwick. So I'm very excited to read this book. I want to promote that. Now, the other thing I have is a new pin for my hat, for this hat. However, that pin is currently in my wife's purse, so I can't show it off, but I am going to talk about it. Because while I was there, I got to hang out at the NASA booth. And the NASA booth at ALA is beyond cool. And I got to hang out and find out all the stuff that's coming down the pipe from the Webb telescope. There's going to be new images very soon. Oh, I'm just so excited because, the huge spanning images of the universe, it's just mind blowing. And I got so excited they gave me a very special set of pins, gorgeous gold pins that will be on the hat. It will go on the Fez of Doom, and they will be up. It will go up there real soon with my manatee and other prized possessions. But on that, I got to touch a moon rock, an actual moon rock. And it was so cool. And then, different meteorites. And then friends, colleagues. This is more of a historical fencing guild thing. But I got to hold an iron core of a meteorite. Star metal. The source of the steel that they made for Tutankhamun's dagger. The same kind of thing. I got to hold the words are not, because I'm an author, I'm a swordsman, I'm an occasional bladesmith. Maybe someday when my hands can work again, I will be again. Oh my God. And I'm holding this chunk of star metal. And Mandy said, there's a picture that my beloved wife has of me looking at this, and like the evilest smile, because just for a second, I was thinking about that. Yeah. Never mind. I took the train in. Never mind. It's a mile worth of sprint, almost, and I'm not being facetious, to get to the train station. I once it, my precious, like full glorious geekdom, just amazing stuff. And so that was phenomenal. I got to talk to small gamers. I got to talk to some people who may be interested in small game design. So I get to watch my email like, are you contacting me? And I contacting you. So I may be doing more game design work. But holding that star medal will probably be the highlight. Between that and the images from the web, I have some new posters. My God, NASA rules. And I am unabashedly pro NASA. I have this thing about science being cool. So I will have a lot more stories because that was Saturday. And Sunday we had to do a run. So I really didn't get processed things. We had to take care of some stuff, do a Menards run for some lighting issues, things like that. I have a horrendously busy week ahead. But to anyone who I may have met during ALA, if I'm not talking about you, it's because I'm a little scattered and I'm in post-con glee and shock. I get to wander Artist's Alley. They had a whole, I hope Kat Rothenmel hears this, they had a whole display area just dedicated to zines and the importance of zines. I was sitting there wishing I could teleport in Randy Zimmerman and Kat Rothenmel. Oh my gosh, guys, it was phenomenal. And I spent a bunch of time at the Wizards of the Coast booth. And they did not give freebies out. They are only giving some freebies out at the end of the conference. And of course, I could only be there one day due to the situation. This time, but mark my words, at some point we will stay at the nearby hotel and we will visit all 3 days of the conference and bask in the academic and informational glory of that many people being creative instead of having to run through like, we want everything. What can we do? We got some new resources for the library. I'm going to have to find where I stashed them, but got some great. The lady who was handling the magic support was phenomenal. We have some resources that we'll be able to do to get the kids online. We may have resources to get them more free magic cards, and to be able to learn magic, because I believe playing games keeps kids out of trouble. And when you're doing something like magic off the screen, and it's my show, I'm going to get on my soapbox. You have a chance to really help them practice interaction with RPGs. It helps really learn consequences in a safe environment where their consequences aren't them being hurt or going to jail for being silly. It's just wonderful all around. And there is a nonprofit that's working with WotC to bring great stuff. Now, I've had my differences with WotC Corp, and I have that absolutely clear. But one, never take that out on the lower employees, because it's not their fault. And two, the games are phenomenal. Now, I probably have not changed my publishing goals when it comes to the RPGs that are coming out from me, and with 5e being Creative Commons now, I will be doing some pretty interesting things. But I probably won't be I don't know. I may someday chase the DMs Guild. We shall see. Now, I have run 5 minutes late on my stuff, so I'm going to run an ad for Joe Bachman, because, y'all, he pays the bills, so he gets guaranteed ad space. And then when we come back, I'm going to hit your incredible comments, because I want to know what's going on in your world. I want to talk questions. And to the folks who are asking about the math video, I haven't looked at any of the comments. I just hit them fresh for you guys. There was an upload glitch. It will be up at noon today, so that I don't have it interfering with my stream. So let's run this ad, and I'll be back at 1:47.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with Behind the Code, Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch on the Independent Creator Directory pages. On this show, you'll be able to watch me go through and update the Independent Creator Directory website with new features or new members, depending on what we have going on that week. Again, that's Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch on the Independent Creator Directory page. Joe Bachman again with The Burning is Love on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, also on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch pages. To find out more about the Independent Creator Directory, visit indiecd.org to find other great authors, artists, game designers, and live streamers. On this stream, you'll get to watch me go through and do various word burning projects that I put on theburningislove.com. I look forward to seeing you guys there and hope you have a great day.
Yeah, what Joe Bachman does, besides the fact that his pyrography is amazing, I love that he burns wood. I do that too. It's one of the things I've done. I don't do it much anymore, in part because I have a great wood burner at my table. Why would I do something that could compete? That's bad form. But no, Joe is doing so much, and his behind the code stuff. You can learn so much about how different programs work, and it really is a great educational service. So please, if for Joe Bachman's work alone, please hit that like button. Now, after much delay, and we're probably going to run a little late, folks. Although I have permission, I am allowed to run late if I need to. Nita was very upset at me for cutting my show short because of her programming. So, as I fear Nita more than probably I should fear her that much. I will take her advice, and this show will go as long as it needs because it is a post-convention show, and it's like, it just the power surges through you when you get around so many creatives and artists, and just realize that yes, glory, power overwhelming, and there is one other thing that happened yesterday. I had my first caffeinated beverage in many, many moons. I had a 20-ounce Mountain Dew slushy, which has tiny amounts of caffeine, moderate pain, and that may have contributed to me suddenly being up till 3 a.m. But I found a math rabbit hole, and I will tell you: do not trust your calculator. For those of you who are truly worried about AI and stuff, I did a video that will be coming out at noon today about a little math problem. And I believe it was Anna Maria. God, I can't say her last name without seeing it. Renmillion, wonderful lady. She's one of those people I love her dearly. She's glorious, but I never get to overlap. She posted a math problem, and I went down the rabbit hole for a little bit, enough that I had to shoot a video, have it tank up, and reshoot it to get it out to talk about this. But I will tell you, don't trust your calculators because they lie. Yes. And not only do they lie, I'm going to prove it. It will happen right in front of you. So after this program, don't be surprised if a little one-shot pops up. Now, hit like, share this, because I have people who are scarier than I am will respond. And then we'll get into what's going on with the interesting people. And the interesting starts with Richie Asplund. Hey, Rich. Morning, folks. Half lifting today as didn't sleep well. Neither did I. You're in good company, Rich. Finish your short story. Finish your story publications. Get it edited, and then go into the deep dive of how to write comic scripts. Please. Please. Hello, everyone, says Carl. Say, Sleepy Rich, sorry about a bad night. Hey, Rich, just getting moving myself. Hey, Don, you may be just getting moving, but we love the way you move. Hope you're having a good one. I love to break out my radio voice. Don. Hey, Carl. And assuming Donna is somewhere. Tee-hee. Yep, I don't think she lets the Witzman dude far out of her sight. We just got back from breakfast after having taken Donna for the phlebotomist. And I'll just remember to keep not the green room logo handy today. Well, there we go. And I have comment dumps. Something happened that excited someone in the comments. Woo! Okay. No, I don't want to hide current comments. Hey, Rich and Don. Phlebotomist. Yes, phlebotomist. It's vampires, Witzman dude. I had to see a vampire. She took 6 vials of blood. You have to pay the blood tax when you see the doctor. And I am sorry. I hope they kept, they gave you something to eat after that. That's a fairly large quantity of blood. My record is 14. And then I had to have apples because I didn't have food because I didn't pass out. But Donna, the vampires got to eat too. Look, if you don't want them running amok, rampaging and stuff, you got to feed them. It's part of maintaining the cryptozoological balance. Phlegmbotanist, flea tobogganist. Have you been possessed by Cindy Cat? Good morning, lurker mode engaged. That's okay, Cindy, because Carl is throwing the puns you would appreciate. BK must still be hogging the audience. He's more than welcome to, or people need to get up and, get a refresher before they get going. Hello. Hey, Grant Lanker. I hope Memoirs of the Morbid is doing well for you. I'll try to plug that soon. Ignores what's been dude. Hey, Nick, putting on my like. Hey, Grant Lanker. Oh, Grant got back from a rough convention this weekend. Really, where was it? I intend to start going to more conventions, both as a presenter and as an attendee, because that's awful fun. Rough sales wide, or did somebody try to pilfer your pistachios again? Hey, Grant, how'd it go? Hey, Carl Donna. I don't know what was going on, Donna, but I don't know if it was all in my head, but nobody was looking at my comic. It happens. Happy anniversary to me. To me. Happy anniversary to me. Now, you may have noticed that you will notice that very soon there will be some slight changes. I'm going to be shifting the naming convention on the episodes over because I realized that that's a little more work than I think is necessary. And, there may be some formatting. There may even be schedule changes. I'm not quite sure. Because I wanted a year without really messing with anything to make sure everybody's settled and go and see if we're still growing, if it's working. Then you start making little tweaks to make things better. And I want to thank you all for a year of this. You 6 vampires. They have no taste in that town then, Grant. Hi, Dawn. I didn't see you there. Always be on the lookout for Dawn. Hey, Grant. Win some, lose some. Onward, upward to the next show. I agree. It was a very long drive, and the guy I was carpooling with did not have AC, and I'm a sweater. Wait. It's a nice day for a light sweater. It's a nice day for a cardigan. Sorry. And we were driving all night. I got very little sleep. Rough trip all around. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, Grant. Bad enough to be illiterate, but not to be able to see the art? It happens. We're going to have hits or misses, Grant. You can't let it get to you. Ooh, stuff piled up around Nick. I foresee a crash later. Only a few Funko Pops have crashed lately. The piles are mostly stable. So if I don't get too gesticulating outside of my box, we should be okay. Haha! That's why I keep watching the show. When I'm down, I come here and you guys cheer me up. That's what we're here for. We are here to entertain and educate. To edutate. Edutainment. Something like that. And to build you up. Because I tell people I only have one goal in life, and that's to be a footstool. Let me try to help folks get anything closer to another level up, because I live to see people succeed. I love to go and catch a little, to borrow a phrase, catch a little bit of that light coming off of them. It's glorious. So when it's dark and when you're down, and you don't know what to do, you can go down. Sure. Put it on the Ritz. Anyway, I'm in a mood. Technically, horror, fantasy, and fantasy are subgenres of sci-fi. Bold statement. I'm not sure I agree with that one, Rich. Those aren't. No, actually, I'm going to stop and go. I do not agree with that. Because the horror. Okay. I'm trying to remember if Mary Shelley is credited with inventing the sci-fi genre or not. But I know fantasy has been around a very long time. That is a spicy. That is what, believe it or not, folks, that is one of the most spicy comments I've heard in a long time. And I'm going to say that they run. Yeah, I really no, because scary stories predate science fiction, and compendiums of scary stories exist long before science fiction. The place of fantasy and myth existing definitely predates science fiction. So I can't say that I agree with that. But boy, thank you for the mental exercise. That's what I'm going to take up with Amanda. If I turn out to be wrong, I will admit it, because I can admit my errors. But I think I have some good reasoning. That ride without AC would have been enough to put me off the road trip already. Yeah, it was 90 degrees Saturday. But let's forget about conventions and worry about Kickstarters. Tonight, Memoirs of the Morbid gets launched. Well, it's almost like it's perfectly timed for me to just come right here and go, Memoirs of the Morbid?
Greetings, ghouls and boils. I'm the Ghoul Master, a loving homage to horror anthology narrators of yesteryear. Wait, I'm an homage? Why didn't anybody tell me? You'll hear from my agent about this. But first, let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm here to tell you about the new horror anthology, Memoirs of the Morbid, on Kickstarter in time for Halloween. Memoirs of the Morbid is a black and white homage to classic horror comics from the 40s and 50s, containing 5 self-contained stories by some of the best indie comic creators out there. There's that word again. I better not find out homage is an insult. Anyways, Memoirs of the Morbid is completely done and ready to go to the printer. So don't make a grave mistake by missing it.
Yep, that's coming out tonight, folks. So be sure to keep your eyes open for that and support Grant Lankert. He's a great guy. Hey, Rich. Hey, Grant. Check out Morbid. Memoirs of the Morbid tonight around 9:30 Eastern. It's horror, but it's also a lot of comedy. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's what I want to see. People getting their feet on the ground. Yay, Grant. Okay. Rich says, I'm shaking my head at the number of artists trying to force me into contracting with them because I've accepted their friend requests that refuse to even look at Indie CD. You forgot the E in that. Blocks may be incoming. There are a lot of people who do kind of that. Look for opportunities to just cold reach out and do stuff for folks because they want that contract. They want to get you or somebody into specific things. If they're rude, just if it's not, they're not actually looking to be community based, just block them, just unfriend them. I like to go through people when somebody reaches out to me to link up either on Facebook, which really I prefer people I don't know talk to me through Twitter first. I go through their feeds, whatever's public. If they have nothing public, I don't talk to them. I check their numbers and then I look through their feeds and stuff. And if they're not positive people, I bail. And if I find out that people suddenly gone from being a lot more mellow or supportive or good folks to kind of spooky, I'll drop them. We live in an era where, unfortunately, a measure of vetting is starting to become necessary. And if they're being weird, just block them. There's a lot of it out there. And Carl's looking to support. Bookmark it, Grant. We'll try to watch tonight's show, too. Yes, thank you. You guys have been loyal viewers. I'm already on the notify me for a Kickstarter. Can't wait for tonight's show. I wonder where that influx came from, Rich. I don't know. We're doing a launch party tonight on my regular streaming show. Angie and BKM and a couple people will be there. It should be fun if you guys aren't too busy. I will try. Now, because, my wife works and my son is my son, our evenings oftentimes aren't spent on the computer. So I don't get a lot of time to watch stuff that's, just for me, but I will try. Grant show tonight, and it's right there. Morning all, morning Nick. Good morning, Jody McPhee. How are you doing? Hey, Joe. I have an idea from the mutual friends, and I think that they've been parasites hopping onto other artists. They can leech off their mutual friends. That does happen, unfortunately. But you just keep walking. There are a few people whose names instill a literal shudder from me because they've gone around for years trying to steal people's work. But that's what you do. You just have to curate your world. If your Facebook starts getting too depressing, and I don't mean business wise, I mean just in general. You see people are putting out stuff you don't need. If you can. Just cut them. If you can't because they're family or work related, then just unfollow them so their BS isn't on your feed. Yeah, Rich, I keep getting those people too, cutting them out of the FB friends list. Hey, Joe. One person dromed this DM to me. I'm not sure. Dromed? I'm still trying to figure out where on my page any of the above was listed, and they thought I needed art for. Artists are hungry right now. And I will say this, guys, as the economy continues to be a little weird, especially with the destabilization of gasoline, luxury item costs are going to be perceived as more and more expensive. And until we have some kind of reset where prices start coming down on a lot of things, people are just going to keep tightening their belts, which means it's going to be harder for folks like us. This is why I've worked so hard to keep my prices as low as I can, because most people are feeling the squeeze, and it's going to get worse. So we have to remember and think of this. We don't want to become that kind of person, okay? We want to make sure that we are giving at least as much as we get. I prefer to operate giving more than I take because it just serves the community. And I know that comes at a price, and sometimes I have to lower my output, but I hate to borrow from Luke, but sometimes you have to leave the woodpile a little higher than you found it. And there's wisdom in that. I was looking over your page when I noticed that you could need an artist. I can design comic book covers, pinups, and sequentials and anime. I get those constantly. That was a direct paste, not my typos, but theirs. Yep. I get that all the time. Yeah, Block. Nick got to hold the core. Mutant powers uploading. You know what? If NASA wants to hook me up with some upgrades, I think I put in the hours. I think I've done some pretty good work for a lot of people. And if a little bit of supernatural positivity, either from super science or, funded by my tax dollars, wants to give me a bit of an upgrade and a boost, I welcome the positivity the universe wants to throw my way, because I'm tired, boss. And I'm tired of these people being ugly to each other. It did seem to energize him. Yes, it did. I mean, you have to. I don't know if you can understand. I'm out because I'm holding this and I'm like, this is right. It's very strange. As somebody who's dealt with metal and knives and stuff, I'm used to feeling the weight of things, and it never feels right. And this gnarled piece with a smooth cut out of it, I pick up like, that. And she's like, that's a two-hand hold. I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, it's like in my mind, I'm going squish, whoop. That's a two-hand sword. I don't even, It was gorgeous. And it was from outer space. It traveled the cosmos, the infinite vastness, to slam into my planet at this time and juncture, so that my little crazy hobbit self, whatever else happens to it, could hold a chunk of star metal. Something infinitely older than I can imagine, infinitely more traveled than my mind could grasping. It's exponentially too much. Oh, it's like happy Lovecraftian. The experience of looking at the cosmos and seeing the vastness and knowing your mind could never grasp the idea of properly grasping it. And just letting that sense of awe and smallness and infinitesimal irrelevance go through you, and then go, but I'm one. However infinitely tiny, I'm still this. I'm a speck, dang it. I'm a part of this universe. And huge pieces of the universe, chunks of matter in a void, have found their way to my planet, to the city. I mean, the calculations, the answer is 100%. The odds of it getting to me are 1-to-1, 100%, because it happened. But when you compare it against everything else, it just, that's cool. I don't know if anyone can get how cool that is to me. Now all it has to do is look at the chair, and it will explode. His worst limp, because he had because I was sore from walking miles and miles and miles. Look, chair, boom. Lamau Rich. He'll look at the chair and it will perform an unsafe action that is not conducive for its own security. Oh, good morning, Banjo. Hope your weekend was fabulous. How are you today? I am riding the wave of awesome. I am riding the wave of awesome because I had the privilege to go to the American Library Association. And I'm not telling you everything because I'm still drowned in the awesome. I haven't processed the experience enough to really be able to say, and I met these great people who are doing this comic and these great people who are doing this title. And I missed like a huge chunk of it because we ran out of time. But it was incredible. Hey, Banjo, I just had a delicious coffee in town, and I had just head home. It looks like it's going to rain, which we need. We need rain right now. Hi, Carl. Hey, y'all, I'm late. Decided to sleep in after Nick's art stream. Yes, Alec made my emergency, good God, it was late art stream that I ended, and then I had a question come up, and I did a later emergency math recording stream. Things got weird. But thank you for coming by, Alec. Hey-o, Alec. Bathroom scales lie, too. Sometimes they do. Hey, Grant. Hey. Okay, we got more greetings. I need a blank, so we'll do that. And you know, I need to run an ad because I haven't, and my timing is way off because I've been way too excited. So let's run. I want to run one I haven't run. Well, I said I would run Joe D, didn't I? So I'll run Joe D.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Yep, Jody's a really neat dude with great stuff coming down the pipe, so let's support him. And Grant says, I have an appointment in a couple of minutes, so I better get out of here. Have a great day. I'll have a great day, Grant. Accountability. PSN number 4 is done graphically. Still need to process the rendering panels, and I completed the proposed cover A for PSN number 5 on the Saturday show. What? Well, wonderful and awesome, just slammed together in my mind, like 1920s movies or 1930s cars, train cars. But no, that's great work. Vampire or thaumaturgist. Yeah, my speech impediment won't let me say that word. I know that word. I'm not saying it. Thaumaturgist. I think I got it. Close enough. Possible. I'm not saying that the world needs to mass produce Donna Carlees as a defense against invasion, but it's not a bad idea. Accountability. I will be rendering and working on module. I need to get these off my plate, and I could do Amazonia number 4. I still don't know why you didn't just release the book that was done. You showed it to me. It was great. You don't have to agree with it. Publishing has categorized it like that way longer than Eldest Among Us were a glimmer. I'm going to have to look into that one, Richie. Most would give, and frankly, yeah. Most would give, Jules Verne. No, wait, no. I got to look at the scheduling. Dang publishers, Rich. Scary stories predate sci-fi, but publishing has listed that as a genre. That's fine. That may be an organizational system, but that doesn't mean they're actually a subset. Or H.G. Wells. And because Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. And that I still need to look at that one. Give me a break. Yep, I'm out of Kit Kats. Oh, this weekend was slightly fun, but went from artists to cults of stupidity. Oh, hey, all the cool stuff I have, you can have it too. Just give me all your money. Yeah, that happens. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm really happy to be here since I'm new around here, and we're really happy to have you. If you're writing, if you're creating, it's a great place to talk and promote about it. If you have questions about writing or authors or anything like that, get in. Feel free to ask questions, comment, and follow all the people in my chat because that's what it's about. Big Stumpy Robots, with simple swords in a melee. Cindy kept trying to get me to write the next Big Stumpy Robots book. Every time she posts that, because I know what's coming in the universe. And if you go through my old art, I mean, you go fairly way back, you may find a clue in an image I did called The Ultimate Endbringer Doomgeyser! What does the late Nail Carter have to do with things? So, Lamar, I can't resist. I got you. You're great. Checking Historical Fence Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, at youtube.com/@the-Historical Fencing Guild. Want to see fantastic art? Go to deviantart.com/Nick T. You can also, for a lot of it, you can watch, not many people realize, on this channel is a playlist of my art time lapses. So when I do my art for my usually Saturday show, I save the time lapse, and they're roughly around 30 seconds usually, and it's just the picture drawing itself. I have a whole, just hundreds of them where you can watch the picture draw itself. I'll turn them on as sort of just a visual ASMR. Alex said, just got some good food and some fruit. Very happy. I'm glad to hear you're happy. Delivering shadows. Amazon.com/store/Amy Hale, author. We are made of star stuff. At least our bodies are. That's what Delenn told me, and I never argue with Mira Furlan. Remnants of a Skyhook. Brian K. Morris. His books on Amazon are amazing. Conflict on Smashwords is a must-read, and his broadcasts are phenomenal, although his old channel tag always confused me. And yes, consider becoming a Patreon member for Brian K. Morris. He does wonderful stuff, and you get behind-the-scenes stuff for him and for his upcoming titles. I'm working on putting some rough drafts of my stories actually into plots. They might turn into a D&D campaign if I write it out correctly. Cool. Maybe we'll be able to talk about that soon, Alec. Sign up for Rising Tide newsletter. Cindy kept with the puns always. Bear publication for fun science fiction. And get all your Animal Large at bit.ly/bearpub. Tune into Madness Comic Network. That's Pop Van Zant's channel. Sci-fi and Jules Verne time was romantic fiction. Animal Eye artist Roll Cruz had his own art too. You can even get Roll Cruz's customized art for you. Animal Eye number 4 script is finished and ready to be submitted to the publisher. Next week is the 4th of July. Do I have plans? Well, this weekend, I have some visitors. 4th of July falls in the middle of the week, and a lot of it depends on the weather, because right now, the county I'm in, and the county you're in too, Bad Joe, is under a burn ban. No open fires, no sparks, no fireworks. So unless we get a lot of rain between now and the 4th, there may be no legal fireworks for those of us who want to blow them up at home. So I'm working on alternative things that are fun for my son. And fortunately, charcoal grills are still considered safe because they're enclosed, so I will at least grill and have a good time. There may be gaming. I have options. I hope you do too. Go, Cindy, go. Go, Cindy, go. I'm working on assembling my collection of short stories. Crowdfunding, where you can get a bunch of cool books and amaguri, will be needed to cover art and editing costs, so stay tuned. I'm going to the many festivals for the 4th of July. That's true. That's something we may do as well, is just go down to the different festivals. Cool. Oh, boo hiss. Cindy's out of breaks. Nowhere out of links. Go to CKOEPP.com for her works and her books, and check out her ongoing book, Suitable Arrangement, which you can only preview as a patron at patreon.com/CKOEPP. Yeah, lurker mode. Joe B! Did Joe Bachman come in and I not see it? Is your visitor? Yes. My legs are going to hurt after all those festivals. Oh, probably. I know mine are. I need to run an ad, though, real quick, because I'm a little behind on my ads. And what shall I run? Because I'm going to run a little late today. Not much, but a bit, because I was excited. So let's run Cindy's ad. wonderful. Cindy does such great stuff. Let's see. Yeah, you and I are in the same county. That's how I met you when the guy from agricultural place from Purdue was at the library. That's the Benton County Public Library, who's amazing programming. And if you are in the area at all, you should be checking on their summer reading programs. There are great stuff still coming down the pipe. If you remember, that was back in May. Yes, I do. I still have my plants growing. Some of them have been, fighting the heat has been hard, but it's an educational process. And sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. I'm going out of county festivals, then let's just say to my partner's county, hang out with them as they work at the festival. They're wonderful. I love festival season. Oh, I love festival season. I love fair season. It's great fun. You get to go out. You get to meet people. You get to have a wonderful time. Just like I love conventions. I love small business expos. These opportunities where we can meet people who may be like-minded or dramatically differently minded. And then we can interconnect. That is beautiful. Oh. When you went into lurker mode and didn't realize it, either I just was mesmerizingly entertaining or I bored you to tears, Dawn. And I guess we'll never know. But, guys, this has been a great show. I have such awesome stuff still to discuss. So you're going to be hearing things from the American Library Association for the next quite a while. And you'll be seeing a lot of these guys. Maybe. Can I get to zoom in? Maybe. Clear. There we go. I had a huge stack of these and I handed them all out. So we will see. And I know Carl's in a hurry to feed his cats. No, yeah, I'm still bowling and still practicing for upcoming Special Leagues bowling. Awesome. Bowling season and leagues. You do what you love. Sorry, FB folks, for distracting me. That happens. No worries. Just waiting for the cats to come in here and get demanding. That's what they do. It's part of your at least 3 days a week ritual. And guys, it has been a year since the announcement came that I was taking this program over. Huge thanks to Brian K. Morris, the man, the myth, the legend. And see, people know me. So I say, bye, Nick. Bye, folks. It's been an hour. Nick's going to duck. I'll never give up on my dreams for national or world levels for Special Olympics, nor should you. You keep trying. That's what dreams are for. And even if you don't make it, you tried, and that got you so much farther. So, friends, with that, I think it looks like it's getting around time to wind up. I try to keep the show at about an hour. I was willing to go more than a bit late. If you have questions, if you have comments, if there's anything you want to know, please keep continuing. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. Really great things are coming on this channel. New material. Heck, I'll have a new video in under an hour out featuring math. And other than that, guys, take care. You take care too, Banjo. Everybody have a great day. Yep. Keep creating, folks. Keep writing. Keep making it happen, because that's what you're doing. You're chasing your dreams and you're making them happen. Enjoy the coming week. We are at a beautiful time of year, a beautiful time in history. We have an opportunity to make wonders happen if we can see them. So go out there and make it happen. And I have to go say prayers so my son can have his breakfast. I will talk to you later. Have a lovely day.